A switch in the standard of beauty occurred as early as the late 19th century. Industrialization caused a spark in consumerism, especially in women. Back then, women were portrayed in fashion magazines as athletic, thin, and strong. This became the new standard of beauty. However, when the 1950s and the 1960s rolled around, the standard of beauty got skinnier and skinnier, thus getting more and more unrealistic. Many would argue that Twiggy, a 60s supermodel, kickstarted the thin image for teen girls.
Today, to be a model, one must be about 5'10" and around 115 pounds. Presently, all forms of media are readily available to the public. People are exposed to what seem like perfect photos of celebrities and models every day. When adolescent girls see 115-pound models on 4 different magazines in the supermarket, whether she knows it or not, it is affecting her self-esteem, since it is natural to compare oneself to others. Our generation is growing up on social media, leaving these types of photographs that glorify thin, perfect, clear-skinned standard of beauty at our fingertips.
We interviewed 9 5th graders, 3 7th graders, and 3 12th graders about their thoughts on self-esteem in the media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I own an iPhone.
I own a smartphone, yeah.
Yeah. I own an iPhone.
Not really.
No.
No.
Not really.
No.
Not really. Actually, no. How you think of yourself. Maybe like being proud of who you are.
Well, how somebody feels about themselves.
Kind of like your confidence.
Self-esteem is the way that you think about yourself and kind of how much confidence or belief that you have in yourself and everything you do.
Self-esteem is the way you feel about yourself.
Well, I don't really care what other people say about me or anything. My hair.
I can try new things.
I am nice to new kids in school.
I don't know, I guess I do good well in school because I'm too smart.
I feel good about myself because I believe that I'm my own person. Especially when I'm on stage singing, it just makes me feel so confident. I don't know, the kind of person I am, I guess, because I help people. My friends tell me like, oh, you look really pretty.
Well, I feel good about myself when I, succeed. Like, when I score high on a test.
When I do well in school, or if people compliment me, or if I wear nice outfits.
Helping people with the things that I've done and feeling like things I've done have helped someone else and not just me.
When I'm surrounded by people who I know that like me and respect me.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't think I need to change myself because I have friends and I'm happy with that.
I would probably change my hair because it's really, really frizzy and nobody else has hair like this and it's really annoying.
Not really. I don't know. I feel like how I am right now is I'm just comfortable in my body and comfortable with how I am, and if anything changed, then I wouldn't be the same person that I am today.
A lot of things I want to change about myself are exterior things, which is, I guess, a lot to do with self-esteem and the way that the media and the whole universe has collectively decided there's this perfect woman that everyone should be.
Makeup, they try and make themselves look pretty, even if without their makeup they still look pretty. They change all that up. They're not what they really are. They're being changed, total makeup, hair, everything. So I think they should just be who they are.
They're showing that they should be perfect and beautiful when really that isn't how everyone is in life.
Well, they're definitely wearing makeup.
Girls are shown people who can be mean and people who others take advantage of.
They look very pretty and they're in makeup on and stuff. They make them look like they should be a model. Well, they wear a lot of makeup and like they wear their hair in a certain way and stuff.
Sometimes it's shown up to be like very unrealistic. They wear a lot of makeup to try to make themselves look good. They don't like it when other people post like bad pictures of them because they don't want to get a bad reputation about how they look.
I think that girls in the media, they're shown as either beautiful or really ugly, and that's why people start comparing themselves to these famous people. And so I think that in order that they think of themselves like models, when you think of a model, you automatically think like, oh, you have to be beautiful, you have to be skinny. And that's why people have self-esteem issues.
How like structured you are, like the more you look like models and like even like photoshopped advertisements, like the more pretty you are.
They're not accurate portrayals of who they are. They're like even little girls on those like shows like Toddlers and Showers, they have so much makeup put on them. Like their natural beauty would be good enough, but I guess it's not good enough for TV. Like they always have to be fake, they always have to be made up. And it's almost never like you never see the real person, like the real celebrity or the real actress or model.
I think they're shown as sex symbols more often than not, and they're usually able to become very subservient and unimportant, and it's you either get your typical housewife, perfect, idealistic little wife, a little bit of a 1950s pre-feminist movement nonsense, or you get this Sofia Vergara hot, sensual woman with this unreal figure that's like unattainable by the rest of the human race. And I think that the media has selected one image that they want to define beauty by, and it's made a lot of other girls feel like they're not beautiful because they don't match the one ideal that the media has created.
Skinny, flawless.
Skinny girl with like makeup and like a perfect smile.
They make me feel fine because it's just makeup. It's nothing about what they really are. Do you kind of want to be like them in a way?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Well, I like looking up to them, and but usually if like any of my older cousins or my older sisters have like Instagram or anything like that, I look up to them. That maybe I could be like one of them someday.
But famous models and stuff, they're kind of like all makeup and not really like natural face, so it's kind of like makes me feel a little bit like, oh, why don't I look like that?
I don't really pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just like to see what they post.
Kind of make me feel crappy, because like the models that I see on TV, they're like a lot thinner and taller than me, and like it's not really like, it kind of sucks that like that's the portrayal of beauty.
It definitely makes me feel almost like wrong.
There's a certain pressure to look like them because they're like worshipped for how beautiful or how skinny or how tan or how whatever they are, like their hair or makeup, whatever, and you kind of feel pressure to be like them and to resemble like the way they look.
No.
Not really. I think that other people do compare themselves to celebrities, and that's why people decide to do bad things to their bodies.
They feel bad about themselves because they want to look like that person, but they don't know how to, unless using makeup and like not eating.
Sometimes like if like they have like a different hairstyle, like I want to like try it.
Yeah, I guess. Like for example, like the fact that they all have perfect skin or like seemingly perfect skin, it makes me like kind of angry. It's like, even though I know it's either photoshopped or fake, it's like you're you still kind of think like, oh wow, why is she so perfect? Why can't I be that way? Why can't my hair be this long or like be this curly or be this perfect?
We asked our interviewees to respond to this photograph of a woman before she is photoshopped and wearing makeup and after she is photoshopped.
Big difference.
This is saying like, oh, this is what a woman should look like. This is what she has to look like in order to be a woman. Like that's what you automatically think of when you see a model, but really this is what they look like. So you should compare yourself to them.
That is so photoshopped. Oh my god. Her eyes are so much bigger, and her nose is like not the same nose. Completely different person. She literally looks like a Barbie doll.
Yep. Doesn't look like a real person. And when you compare it, like, when you see just the fake one and the made up one, and the original one looks not that great. But then, if you really think about it, like, the photoshopped one, if that's not a person, you would never, ever, ever see someone like that in real life.
Oh my god, that is sick and messed up. One on the right just looks plastic. Like, I feel like if you took my Barbie dolls from when I was a kid, and you know when you have a picture, like a JPEG, and you can kind of pull the little diagonal, it gets really big. I feel like this is just a giant plastic doll. It's just not a person.
She would look like this one. She would be very pretty, and she would have a lot of makeup on because she would be like kind of like this girl, but then when I change her, she would look like a different person. She would just kind of look like her.
And I guess, I don't know, she would have like brown hair and it wouldn't be curly.
She would probably have brown hair, blue eyes, be like blonde hair, blue eyes, tall. She would be like tall.
She would be like without makeup or any like fancy, like just the way she is.
I don't know, because like an ideal woman, it's like, I mean, any woman is ideal. Like it's just everyone has their own view of beauty, and also like personality is a big thing too. Like it's not just like how you look or, you know, how you dress or whatever. It's like who you are.
Definite beautiful girl. It's just depending on like how she looks and how she feels about herself. So I feel like if a good person feels beautiful, then they are.
I would pick the girl in this picture. I would, because it's just what you think. Like when, like again, when you think of a model, you think automatically beautiful, skinny, but that's not what, like people shouldn't think like you have to be skinny and have flawless skin to be beautiful.
I don't really think beauty should be mastered by your exterior. I think that's a lot of the problem with the media, is that they've made beauty be about what you look like. And I think that the most beautiful people are the most giving people and kind people and smart people. And I think that we'd have a lot more women with higher self-esteems and ability to succeed more if we're focusing on prioritizing the smarter girls and the kinder girls and the funnier girls and more determined girls than saying that to be beautiful is the goal and to be beautiful is to look that way.
No, now that I see this, they're just changing everything. I guess it's like, they're not even, I guess they just show people and then they just change everything, like edit it, make it different. I think it's very inaccurate. Like, if you see this picture, it's so different.
Not really, because like you're just making them look more beautiful. Like, it's not really how they normally look.
Not at all, because it's all fake, so it's not really showing like their real self.
Not accurate at all, because like in this picture it shows a girl with a lot of flaws, and then she's turned into some beautiful figure that they made up using makeup and hair product.
Not at all.
No, because like that, like they're photoshopped and they're changed to be something that they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be classes. I guess it is important because I guess in school, if you don't have good self-esteem, it could like affect other people and it could affect your grades.
Yes, because a lot of people, like I know, like I have friends who like really have self-esteem issues. Like
I think it is because self-esteem, when you have low self-esteem, that's what causes a lot of issues and makes you do bad things to your body. And if you don't have like knowledge of like why you shouldn't do this stuff, and it shows, if you do talk about it, then you know you look just as good as so-and-so, like, because they use makeup to cover up all the flaws and Photoshop to make you look different.
Definitely. I think it would help, especially there are so many people and girls who are insecure about themselves, and I feel like they all think that they're alone, but everyone has insecurities, so maybe if it was talked about more, they'd be aware of the fact that like they're not alone, and that other people also have like things that bother them about themselves.
Definitely. I think that it'll help a lot of people too, because there are so many people that don't even realize what the media does to their like shaping of their ideas and everything. And I think that if it was discussed in school, like people would actually realize that like this isn't how a lot of people are. Like even though it's the majority of what we see in media, like the majority of people, it's just like not realistic.
I think it's very important because I think that school is one of the places where we foster a lot of our self-esteem issues. When you're looking at all these other girls and you see that one person down the hall and you're like, wow, I'm not her, and she has everything that you could ever want. And I think that's a really important topic, maybe even in like freshman health, so that from day one when you're in high school, when it really gets realized that everyone's looking at you in a new way, you're very comfortable with yourself and feel like it's okay to just be who you are.
Yeah, just the way I am. Yeah. Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
yes.
I think I'm beautiful in my own way.
Yeah.
On a really good day, I think I'm kind of pretty.
Teenagers learn what society considers to be the ideal physique primarily from the media. They are bombarded with images in magazines, movies, on television, and in music videos that falsely define what is fashionable and attractive. Recent studies have found that by the time a girl is 17 years old, she has received over 250,000 commercial messages through the media.
Society has an unspoken standard of beauty that is narrow and unrealistic. There is no definition of beauty, and no woman should ever compare herself to edited and photoshopped photos she sees in the media. It is crucial to teach girls that beauty should not be measured in looks.